All right, welcome to the Dr. Millennium podcast. I'm Dr. Millennium.
And I'm Dick Valentine.
All right, well, since this is episode 1, the premise of our podcast is we basically take the week to come up with all kinds of questions that we're just waiting to ask each other and fire them off. So we'll just dive right into it here. Dick, first question I have for you, are steroid users cheating?
You know what, Dr. Millennium? This is a very good question. But my thing is, what is cheating? If we look at that term, or even if we look at the term itself, like what is actually cheating? Because for me, I think cheating is just another way of someone just gaining an advantage of hard work that they already were doing.
So you're saying that somebody who works hard and trains and doesn't use steroids is getting the same benefit as somebody who uses steroids?
No, what I'm saying is like they're dumb because they should use steroids. Because why don't you want to take full advantage of whatever's out there?
So you're saying everybody who goes weightlifting should just use steroids?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Tablets, needles, what else? Yeah, take advantage of everything.
I mean, then why don't you use steroids in that case?
Me?
Yeah.
I can't afford it.
Oh, I will. That, you know what? Me either, honestly. But I mean, I wouldn't use them to begin with.
No, but seriously though, that shit comes out to fucking,
absolutely.
Like what, dude? Seriously, one dude that I fucking know, like spent $3,000, and he used to fucking compete.
Yeah,
he spent $3,000 a month, dude. That's like a fucking car mortgage.
Yeah,
and
dude, that's more than that. Like my mortgage for my house is $700.
That's a lot of fucking money, $3,000, and then it doesn't even include the food that you have to have. So that's why, for a lot of people, I feel like they don't use it because they can't afford it. But fun fact. 95% of the people who actually use it aren't competitive athletes. They're actual regular gym rats.
Sure, and I'm sure that some of them do a small stack and then they build that mass up and then they just keep it.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm saying is, you see those guys in there, and we go to the same gym, so you know the kind of people I'm talking about, where they're in there every week. They're really, like, going to the limit every week.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And they look like normal dudes.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's not enough recognition for those average-looking dudes that go in there every day and work their asses off, and they're never going to catch those dudes because they don't take the steroids.
Well, you know the way I look at it like this. I look at it as like almost like a catch-22 type of thing. If you're looking at another individual, it's almost like, okay, this person has a decked-out Ferrari, right? And I have a regular fucking Prius. You both have a car that'll go to the same fucking place, right? But one has a fancier car. So you both are lifting. You both are quote unquote healthy, right? So I mean, why hit on Mr. Juice Head, that fucking slams dumbbells on his head and cracks fucking eggs on top of the fucking, treadmill and just fucking eats it like an animal?
I mean, we've both seen dudes in the exact same gym who do steroids and What in your opinion are the telltale signs of a steroid user?
Oh, it's first of all, this is like really
for real.
Listen, this is really fucking
besides the muscles, because
bad fucking acne.
Right.
Like I understand like it's genetics that reacts to like some of these like chemicals. But let me tell you something. If they have horrible fucking skin that looks like a beehive fucking attacked them in the middle of the fucking woods, that is usually like my biggest sign right there. It's like bad, and not even just bad act, all over the place, balding. Like if you are if you are in your 20s, right? If you're in your 20s, and most of the men in your family have a full set of hair well into their 60s, right? And same thing on your mother's side. And you're fucking bald? Oh, no. See, the thing, I know people like bald at a young age, but if your whole entire family on both sides, your mom and your dad's side, and they all have hair and you don't, and you're in your early 20s or even late 20s, no, you definitely juice. So those are my two signs.
See, the one I for like heavy juicers,
okay,
is like the red skin, like the perpetual sunburn look.
Yeah.
Like that's the dudes that are on it all, like really on it for like way too long.
But it doesn't help that they fucking go in these like tanning beds. I didn't know they fucking had tanning beds during the fucking winter, man.
I mean, and I don't think that's what it is. I mean, I think it's the capillary. It's like like all the blood's got to go everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's like.
But the tanning beds don't help either.
I'm sure.
Like, it makes it worse.
I don't know. I don't know who does tanning beds. I didn't know who did steroids. Like I legitimately was comparing, and that's kind of why I wanted to ask this question, because I was legitimately comparing myself in the gym today. This dude who's like bench pressing like small buses on either side of fucking like in SpongeBob, like he's got the buses on either side, and I'm sitting there with like clink, 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 and I'm thinking, like, man, what the fuck am I doing wrong? I don't look like this. And then it kind of like I felt retarded because I'm like, oh.
See, the thing is, this is my thing. This is what I will say, right? I'll say guys use it and take it, But what I will say about this that really is shitty what they do is that when you ask them, when you ask them,
no, I'm totally natural.
You're totally that's bullshit.
Do the pump, bro.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, just pump it up a little higher, man.
And no, and you know what else they fucking say? They'll fucking say, no. I just eat food.
Yeah.
What fucking?
I just eat, man.
I want to know what kind
of fuel my body, bro.
I want to know what kind of listen, Dr. Millie. I want to know what kind of Popeye fucking spinach that these people take, because I really want to know what type of food. It has to be some type of Popeye fucking spinach, because you're fucking telling me that food will drastically make you fucking look like a brick house,
and it gives me a gut.
The same thing here. I can't. And then you know what they'll claim? They'll claim, oh yeah, I can have McDonald's even through every single day. Oh, stop it.
Everybody who says that needs smacked.
Stop it.
If you eat McDonald's, you're gonna get fat unless you're on steroids.
There we go.
What are they cheating?
Are they cheating?
Opinion? Yeah.
No. It depends.
You're gonna say no?
I would say no. I said, you know what? I'll take that back. I'll say it depends on what situation they're in. Because if they're going against other people and they're using it, obviously, okay, yeah, it's cheating because other people aren't using it. Okay. But if it's just a regular average person just regularly using it just to say I want to gain an extra couple, like, I mean, is that really cheating? What are they cheating? Life?
Listen, I mean, we never agree on anything, but that's pretty much what I feel. Like, if you're using it and you're comparing yourself to other people and you're walking like, oh, I look better than him. Well, of course you look better than him. You're cheating. Yeah. You're cheating. So in that sense, yeah, I agree, it's cheating. But if it's like somebody's like, man, I've hit my natural limit. I want to go beyond. You know, I want to bulk up for you know
whatever reason. Yeah,
I got to look good in my man thong. Strutting the beach. All right, cool. So we can for once we agree on a topic. That's
I don't like where this first episode's going.
This is not good. This is, we've never agreed on anything before.
So to wrap it up, situational.
Yeah. All right. So, and this one is more for along the course of this podcast. I think we should devise the newest YouTube challenge. Okay. First, it was, the cinnamon challenge where you would take a tablespoon of cinnamon and eat it. Yes. Because why wouldn't you?
Of course.
Now it's the Tide Pod challenge.
Oh, yeah.
So at some point, I want us to be like, that's going to be the newest YouTube challenge.
Oh, okay.
Whatever it happens to be. Okay. We'll kind of think of that as we go.
Oh, this will be interesting.
In the meantime, I just got back from the zoo, and that got me wondering, Dick, what is your spirit animal?
Oh, all right. This is a curveball here. If I had to pick a spirit animal, I'd say a sloth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would say a sloth.
All right.
And I don't know, maybe because I don't know if you remember the memes a couple of years back, where you have like those really creepy sloths whispering in people's ears.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, the like porcelain face and the sloth is going. Yeah. Okay.
So for me, I would say that would probably be my spirit animal, just because that meme was not only funny, but also
that particular sloth or sloths in general.
Sloths in general, I would say this: they're that type of animal, right? That you'll never expect to entertain you.
Okay.
And here's why. There's a story as a kid for me, right? I went to the zoo. This was in New York City. I was like 6. I was a kid, and when I went to the zoo, I was with my uncle. And then I saw this fucking lion. It was like, rawr, and then you got the fucking gorilla. Rawr. But then there was a sloth, right? That literally, he was sitting around, laying around, doing nothing. And there was this rabbit. So the rabbit went wherever it was like hopping. I don't know why they kept him in the like same vicinity. It was like really fucking weird. Even now, as a fucking adult, I still say it's weird. So the rabbit went to its fucking hole or whatever, and it had some assorted like food or whatever that the fucking people gave him, and like the rabbit was jumping all over the place. It was like not even taking care of his stuff, and the sloth slowly, I swear I kept looking at this fucking sloth for like 12 minutes straight, and it moved an inch closer to this bunny's food. And then the bunny, I swear this is like one of the most suspenseful fucking things I've seen as a kid. The bunny started coming back this way. But for whatever reason, as soon as it sees the sloth creeping in, there's probably like maybe 12 to 13 inches left for the sloth to creep in. This motherfucker took literally 12 minutes to cut that distance, to move closer to the food. So as soon as the bunny came, I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna fuck his shit up. I'm thinking he's gonna fucking hop on him. He's like 50 times. He's gonna fuck his shit up. So I went, I stared, and then after that, the bunny came closer, and it just made a fucking right turn. For whatever reason, like it just literally cut right, made a turn, and then the sloth started eating its food. And then I was just like, what? I'm like, this makes sense. So what it came down for me, my spirit animal is, no matter how dyslexic I may be in life, as long as I keep trucking along at 1.6 miles per hour, I can make it.
That's inspirational.
That's inspirational?
It is. It really is.
I appreciate it.
I actually know my spirit animal.
What's your spirit animal?
An interesting story behind this as well. I was in, I want to say, late college, maybe a little bit after. I went to this like new age, whatever, Wicca kind of group gathering. Now, I don't know if you know this, but new age girls are freaks. So obviously, I was looking for a new age girl to kind of hang out with.
So before you say that, why don't you tell people what new age girls are?
All right. So, you know, her name is like Rebecca, but she goes by Sage, and her hair is like medium length, but it's dyed a little bit, or like it's shaved on the side, and she wears it over the shave, so you can't tell it's shaved, but it is because she's quirky. And she wears like a long necklace with like a pentagram on it because she doesn't really know what a pentagram means, but it's symbolic.
But usually gems too sometimes.
Oh, of course, the gems are all over. But she's not religious, she's spiritual, and she'll burn sage, and she'll tell everyone namaste, which actually is not Sanskrit for my soul recognizes yours. What it means is, I went to Coachella and dropped acid. That's what that means.
Interesting.
When you hear like a white girl with dreads say it, that's what she's actually saying.
Oh, that's what she's actually
saying.
Huh,
so
interesting.
I was looking for, and you know, I get there, and it's a real downer. It's like 40, 50-year-old adults, like, who genuinely believe they can, like, see auras and shit. It was really weird.
Okay, did they start, like, rolling around in mud?
There wasn't an orgy or anything. I would have booked it. There were 2 cute girls.
Okay,
I'm gonna start with that, because otherwise I would have left. You get in there,
that's like the highlight of the story.
You see the uncomfortable shit, and you're like, ugh, and then you see them, and it's like, okay. So I sit down, and I'm around the circle, and there's crystals in the middle of the circle, and everybody's charging the crystals. Retarded. But then it's kind of like a intermission, I guess you want to call it, where everyone stops like chanting and meditating, and we're all just chatting. So of course I'm talking to these 2 ladies, and there's this like guy old enough to be their dad who's coming over trying to like, you know, butt in and, hey, what's up? And they weren't really having it. So he kind of turns to me and he's trying to get me out of the picture, like I can tell, but he goes, hey, I'm part Native American. And I'm like, oh, what tribe? And he named some, I've never heard of him before.
Probably saying I'm related to Geronimo or some shit like that.
You know, fuck it.
Oh,
I mean, it's that like 1/32 rule, the 1 drop rule. I'm part share. You know, I deserve the...
Enough for me to open my casino. Give me my license.
So he tells me my ability and why I'm here is that I can see people's totem spirits. And it's like, oh. So, you know, in my back pocket, I've got 911 dialed. I'm ready to hit the send button. And he's going, let me look at you. And he goes, I sense, and his hand kind of goes above me. He's like, oh, kind of like something that's flying. I think like an eagle. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, wow.
You know, I would have expected gorilla.
Okay.
If I'm being honest, that's so I was totally wrong. Yeah. This guy comes in and goes, no, an eagle. And he's like, he's giving me this knowledge, and he's kind of like, that's your spirit. You are an eagle totem. I can sense, or maybe an owl. Like, you know, I'm not really sure. I just it's a big flying bird of prey. And I noticed that while he was doing this, he kind of like totally blocked me off from these chicks. So then he turns around and starts talking to them, and I was like, I'm leaving. So that's how I actually know my spirit animal because of that.
Wow, interesting.
But I would
so would you say that oddly weird older middle-aged man will still connect with you to today? Do you still feel like he guides you to whatever path, whatever?
No, not at all.
No, nothing, not at all.
Not even a little bit. The path of cock blocking. That's about it.
Just you feel like years later in your testicles.
It's just no. Well, here's the thing. It's like he was there with like his 12-year-old kid.
Oh, what the fuck?
Why are you trying to pick up like a 19-year-old girl with your fucking?
And you know what? That's really fucking creepy. Because
right?
if you really think about it, dude,
yeah.
Like what
his kid's got a better chance of getting with that.
That's like what I'm saying. Like, and it's so funny because like, dude, can you just imagine like a lot of these dudes like when I realize like middle-aged guys, when they're going through divorces and shit,
oh my God.
And then they try to like hook up with like 20, 21 year olds and they're like 50 or whatever. It's so weird because you're basically like, You're hooking up with like your daughter who's in college, her friend.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
But you know what? It's
To each his own.
No. There's no personal...
the political ass fucking response in 2018.
No. It's what we were talking about the other day. It's the weird porn. Like it's all the new categories where it's like, oh yeah, adults with kids, and it's like, ugh. Or like however they phrase it to be politically, like, you know, oh, it's not that, it's not, we're not doing that, it's just extra small teens. It's like, oh no, it's not. That's
and it's like, come on, like, you know what demographic you're trying to shoot for when you're saying we're gonna give 6-foot guys who are like 6'5", 220 pounds, like screw a 4'3", 100-pound fucking person. Yeah, okay, yeah, on paper she's 18. Sure. But stop it.
On paper she's 20.
She might be even 25, even 30.
And that's not to say that, like, if there's people in a relationship and they have a drastic size difference, but they really care about each other and they no, you know, whatever. But to sexualize it for everybody and like, oh, this is, you know, hooray, like, you should be doing this.
Yeah, but it's like, come on, okay, it's not, and it's so funny because we were talking about this. Okay, just because it's not illegal doesn't mean it's not wrong.
Any fictional item from, you know, books, TV, movies, video games, anything. Any single fictional item, totally functional as it would be in that, you know, whatever world, is given to you in the real world, what item would you choose?
What item? This is very interesting. I had to pick my item. I probably would have to go with... Voldemort's magic staff. I'm dead fucking serious.
Is that even a thing?
Yes.
I thought they had wands in Harry Potter.
No, he also has like a magic. Bro, it's all like 4chan that's rumored, and there's like a whole theory about it. Like, he actually has like a separate magic staff that like grants even more power. That they said if he would have actually had access to this before him and Harry Potter threw down, he would have actually won that fight easily. That's how strong this fucking magic staff is.
So what is the magic in this work of fiction based, in this work of fan fiction, I guess?
Okay,
if we're including fan fiction,
if we're including fiction within a fan fiction,
let's go with established items. Let's go.
Established items. Okay.
Because, like, for sake of example, mine, obviously, I would want some kind of a spaceship. Okay. So for me, I think looking at all of them, like, you know, Millennium Falcon, Star Trek Enterprise, all that, you know, all the USS, everything in Star Trek, even the other ships in Star Wars, I still think one of the most convenient ships is Frieza's ship, because you have the gravity chamber for training, you have the regeneration tube, so like you do whatever you want. You sleep in that like liquid stuff, totally healed the next day. I think that it's just cool.
That's actually a good way of looking at it. And
plus, like, imagine how great your weekly grocery shopping would be if you got
actually smart.
Like, land and freeze a spaceship on top of the Walmart and just buy up for like what, a year worth of supply. Yeah, I mean, it probably already has a year's worth of supplies in there.
It does probably,
but just for the show of it.
So now the thing is, does this spaceship include minions to go shopping with you? Because you know how Frieza has his minions.
I would get my own minions.
Okay, so you'd have minions though.
I would. The minions are not included. But you show up and freeze the spaceship, you're going to get minions.
That's fair enough.
Who's going to turn that down if you're like, hey, I'll let you ride on my spaceship if you're one of my henchmen?
See, that's fair. That's fair. But I will say this. In terms of an item that I would get would probably... Okay, now the thing is...
Something that's established.
Okay, it's established, but is it just one item or is it multiple items?
You get one.
One item. Okay, so my thing is, what if this one item contained 8 pieces or 7 pieces within that item? It's one item.
And what is it?
Okay, the Dragon Balls.
I mean, that's kind of a cop-out, because then you get a wish for whatever you want, which then takes you back into land of fanfiction. I'm saying, like, one item.
Okay, one. Damn, this is hard.
Well, let's say you were given the Dragon Balls. What would you wish for?
If I was given the Dragon Balls, world domination.
Well, in what way? I mean,
okay, if I would say, I would say...
I can sit right here in our secret Dr. Millennium headquarters, which is definitely a high-class facility that's underground and not a sketchy office on the shittiest part of town where, as like an anti-Second Amendment person, you need to carry a gun to come out here.
Or even like a bunch of hookers waiting outside to probably rob us.
No, I mean, there's probably at least one.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, we could look at the window, and now we won't look for hookers. But yeah, in our Dr. Millennium underground facility,
high maintenance, with 20 workers.
We can claim from down here that we've conquered the world.
Okay.
And in our minds that may be true,
Mm-hmm.
but how do you see that coming to fruition?
See, I would first establish. I would want an island turned into a throne.
The whole island,
The entire fucking island.
as in
yes, like the entire island.
so a gigantic plateau.
Yes.
Okay.
Like just literally, and I'm like, and I don't want anyone on it. Like even if
So how are you going to keep them off of it?
how am I gonna keep them off of it?
Yeah.
It's my throne. I just tell people like get the fuck off. Like, and if anyone comes on this island, like repercussions are gonna be made here. But that's how I would do. I would first establish a throne that's the biggest. I mean, a throne that literally 1,000 years from now, people will still say, "Damn, that was an obnoxious piece of shit." The way he just turned that entire island into a throne. That would be my first order of business. My second order of business.
So my question is, what would you wish for from the Dragon Balls that would get you world domination?
I mean, first of all, I'd have like a bunch of enslaved people to build that throne for me. That's number one.
Well, no, but how would you? So the dragon comes out.
Okay, yeah.
What is your wish?
Okay.
What are you telling him?
I'm telling him I want world domination.
And how does he grant that as a wish? Because
It's a dragon, eternal dragon. Of course, he's gonna grant me a
here's
wish.
what I'll go. Okay, you're king of the world. Click.
Yes.
And then, okay, 10 seconds later, everything else is reinstated and it's back to the way it was. I'm saying, how do you keep, how do you phrase a wish so that you get that?
I would say I would want everyone in the world to obey my wishes.
Okay.
That's how I would phrase it. Because at that point, you'd have to listen to me forever.
Yeah, all right, that's fair.
So that's what I would do. I would start off by making a big throne. And I would want every produce market around the globe, not even just in America, all around the globe, to be turned into a Wegmans convenience store. And for those who don't know what Wegmans is, it's one of the greatest stores ever created by mankind.
It really is pretty great.
So yeah, that's what I would do with it.
Okay, all right, now that we got your wish, I guess that makes sense. Shit, I don't even know what I would wish for if I had the Dragon Balls.
If you really think about it, think of anything you want. Anything you want.
I mean, I would either wish for some kind of superpower, or if for some reason they couldn't give me superpower, I think flight would be great. I'd be like, all right, I wish for flight. Boom, that would probably be first.
Where would you go though?
Wherever. Just the fact that I could. I mean, you just live life normally, but be able to fly. That'd be pretty fucking cool, honestly.
That's fair. That's fair.
Outside of that, go for the cliche, wish for a shitload of money.
Shitload of money?
Yeah. Pay off the house, do whatever. Get affairs in order and just be able to retire.
But see, if you get a lot of money out of that, then is enough to pay everything off and call everything student loans, house mortgage, car mortgage.
Sure.
Or just a ton of cash, in unlimited amounts.
Well, sure. You'd wish for the most money possible.
Okay,
but
that's fair.
At the same time, you'd also I don't know, maybe it would be stupid to be like this, but I'm thinking be cognizant of how my actions would affect the global market at that point, because it's
interesting.
You don't want to fuck up the economy forever.
Yeah.
To oh, now I own a yacht. All right, cool. But the fact that you could go out and be like, hey, now I own a yacht would still be pretty neat.
It would, because you didn't have a yacht before.
Right. They say money can't buy happiness, but
that's
they're fucking wrong.
That's
Yeah, they are wrong.
You know what the person actually told me? They said whoever made that statement was broke themselves.
Yeah, exactly. You want to tell me? Oh no, I have to pay alimony. Here's $1 million. Just get the fuck away from me. You know what I mean?
For the next 18 years.
Exactly. You're set. You're set, and everyone even everyone you don't like is set.
See, my thing is this: you would be even if you're depressed and you're crying. At least you'd be crying in your fucking Bentley.
How difficult would it be to cry when you literally didn't have to do anything all day? But you could get up and go back to sleep. If you're really that depressed, get up, go back to sleep until you feel better.
And you know what? And you know what you're going to be sleeping on? You're going to be sleeping on a nice Tempur-Pedic fucking bed.
Oh, Tempur-Pedic, fuck that. All right, so have you experienced the Casper mattress.
Oh God, no! I've heard rumors. I don't know if they really exist though.
This podcast sponsored by Casper. No, seriously, this shit, like, I would, like, it's fucking phenomenal. They should be like, it's like a fucking shoebox, and you pull it out and it blows up into a fucking cloud. It's great. It was the first major purchase I made when I moved out.
Really?
Yes, it's come with me ever since.
Well, hopefully they can sponsor us and send us packages.
Hopefully they please send us some money in the future.
Or just send us beds.
Yeah, or just more mattresses.
More mattresses.
Whatever. We'll find places for them, but... all right, so the next question I have for you is you're given creative control for pay-per-view. They're saying, hey, we need some really big attention-drawing fight. Who are the fighters? We can get anybody. We can get anybody living on the planet right now. We need 2 people to fight. We need numbers. We need money. Come on, man! Like, give us this ad money. Who are you bringing to fight night?
So the question is basically, who would I bring to the fight where it's like I can potentially win a lot of money if I bring?
No. You are like the guy, like the pay-per-view executive. He's coming to you. He's like, man, listen, this has been a rough quarter. We're not making any money. Fucking Sony's making these terrible films. We can't. No one wants to buy anything on pay-per-view anymore. Like, it's all Netflix and chill and whatever you kids are into, eating Tide Pods and so. Listen, kid, we need 2 fighters that we can bring together that are going to bring us a lot of money. We need ideas. We can get anyone in the world. Who should we get? And they're coming to you for answers.
Oh,
man.
This is. I would if I was working with them.
Yes.
And this was my decision. If I had the ball,
that's it. You were making the decision.
Listen,
whichever 2 fighters you pick, you were going to see them fight.
This is who I would pick for my 2 fighters. Joe fucking Biden.
Okay.
And Donald fucking Trump.
Oh, you're going with the new rivalry?
Yes, the new rivalry. Because you want to know something? This is something that's been brewing even before Trump got elected in office.
So you want to see 2 70-year-old men fight?
Yes, and beat the living shit out of each other.
All right.
And think about it like this. How many ratings do you think they would get if they literally put Biden and Trump in the same ring together? That would be, I'm telling Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, that would be nothing. That fight would be pay-per-view wise, nothing. I'm telling you. People want to see those 2 guys duke it out. I'm telling you.
So, a follow-up. Okay. Who do you think would win?
Ooh, interesting. See, I'll have it in 2-part. I'll have it in a 2-part answer right here. I would want, everyone will be rooting for Joe because Trump is a dick. Right?
I'm not disagreeing.
And that's basically like the cop eyes.
Well, here's the question though. Go ahead. Well, no.
Let me do
actually let me pile on top of that because I have a so I'm assuming the people watching this are going to be the WWE fans. Mm-hmm. So I feel like the WWE fans are like the Trump supporters. Like Trump was in WWE.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like it might not be as one-sided in the stands as you think.
See, that's actually interesting. But I will say this, in terms of making a heel, I mean, let's just be honest. Who would be a better heel? Obviously, Trump would be a better heel. So my thing is, I would want... Unless
you're appealing to Trump's demographic.
That is true. But I will say this, though. If they both got in the ring together, right? Everyone would be voting for Joe to win and knock Trump out. But I will
these dudes would be burning tiki torches in the stands. They'd be voting for Trump to win.
For part 2.
They already voted for him for president.
Let me say this for part 2. For part 2, me personally... Okay, first of all, me personally, I would want to see Trump win because I like me, I would probably hedge my bets on Trump and win a shit ton of money from that. Because think about it. Everyone, based on Joe Biden's athletic history, right? He was playing football. He played a shit ton of sports when he was in college. He's quote unquote, even he admitted himself, he was a top athlete in his Division I school. So based on that history alone, everyone, even if you don't like him, would hedge their bets with Joe.
All right.
But if Trump wins, I mean, that buyout will be way better than Mike Tyson, right? And what was that other dude back in the day?
I get you though. I get
Buster Douglas. It'll be way better. It'll be like a higher margin payout than Buster Douglas winning against Mike Tyson.
Maybe. I feel like they're both old men, so it would be really hard to choose which one is gonna.
But a lot of people would probably hedge their bets on Joe just based on him being an athlete.
All right, yeah, no, and I agree. I think most people would put the money down. All right, yeah.
And if so, me, I would root. I'm gonna.
So you'd be going for the underdog.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
Because the payout would be phenomenal.
Okay. I see, and I have my two in mind, but I don't know the one guy's name. Do you know the actor's name who does Paul Blart?
Oh, is it Kevin James?
Kevin James. Okay.
Yes.
So my two for the pay-per-view fight would be Kevin James and a grizzly bear.
Okay, tell me your reasoning on this.
Because I want to watch Kevin James get mauled by a grizzly bear. There's no hidden agenda here. That's it. It's exactly what you're gonna.
Okay, but how would that relate to the viewers though? How would the viewers relate to that?
I feel like the 15 people that watched Paul Blart would be upset, and the rest of the world would be like, I'm not gonna fucking tune in and watch Kevin James get mauled by a fucking grizzly bear.
You know what? Based on that alone, people will tune in.
I would tune in.
I'd fucking watch it.
I mean, I would watch somebody I did like get mauled by a grizzly bear. You remember that movie Into the Wild?
Into the Wild.
It's some like hipster gets pissed off at his shitty life, so he goes to Alaska and lives with bears.
Oh, I heard
like,
that.
I'm one with the bears. I'm just I understand them and I'm part of their family. And then one of them fucking eats him.
Ooh, I remember this.
The best part is they have audio at the end of this dude getting fucking eaten alive by bears. they played like part of the audio, like but they cut it off and they're like, oh, out of respect for him and his family, we're not going to play the interesting part. It's like, why would you tease me like that? Like, I've got the lube out, I'm stroking away, and then they cut off right at the end. It's like, oh, come on now.
Nipples already being
rubbing my nipples through my shit. Like,
fucked up.
Here he goes, he's about to get eaten. Oh. and then out of respect for him and his family, we're not going to show that part. The interesting part.
See, that's the thing that I hate when people fucking do, is when things are getting good, and they just cut it out right there.